Welcome to channel 42, where we talk about life, the universe, and a little bit of everything. This is another Factorio Noob Tube, where we're talking about the basics of the game Factorio, and we're going to continue on with a little bit of the splitter. Again, we were talking about the input priority, output priority. My demonstration last time didn't cover it great, so I'll see if I can't do a little better with two boxes this time. A little bit more coal there, a little bit more coal there. And now, if we choose a priority, say we choose priority is input of the top priority, it's going to make sure that everything that's coming in here is distributed before anything from the bottom is. And then, of course, output priority, that's the obvious one, where you basically stop all flow to the other one unless it's the extra stuff in any given moment. So now that this lane is full, all of it's going to go to the other side because it can't fill up this anymore, instead of splitting everything equally. So that's a little bit more on that. And just another reminder to pick everything up. I'm holding down the letter F and then walking along with your standard WASD. Now let's cover filters. Filter, of course, is on the output only. All you can filter is the output. Can't filter the input. Right here, you can see we can switch which side the filter is. So what we're saying here is whatever we click in this box, in this case iron ore, will go through the bottom or the right side, and that's because that's the output priority, right filter ore. So now if I put a little bit of copper, a little bit of iron, and a little bit of coal, we'll get an interesting mixture, but this thing will clean half of the line. We know that coal is the only thing going there, so maybe we want another one that's right here with an output filter of coal. So now you'll see it's cleaned the line again. This part isn't cleaned. I'll press F so we get it all clean, and by the end of this you'll see that, let's start this again. Of course, there's my autosave. There's that, there's some copper and iron, and a little more iron. There we go. So now we've got a filter system, and again, that's exactly what this filter is for, where it chooses exactly what gets through and what doesn't, which lane it gets through on. So now we've got a combination of who knows what coming in here. We know for sure that iron ore is going to come here, coal is going to be on the top lane, everything else, not just copper, if we put wood, if we put anything else on that, would be in the middle lane. And that's the idea between the filter. It's excellent if you've got a combined ore patch where there's iron and copper. You can filter it out there. A lot of other different places you can use these filters to make sure that you're only getting what you want in a given filter. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about where one-to-one work really well, and that's in lane balancing. There's a couple of diagrams here. You can see these three. This is my favorite right here. The reason is because it does a great job of balancing what's coming in. So if we had only one lane worth of goods coming in, so I'm going to fill this up with a little bit of coal, you'll notice that this thing's job, this little figure's job, is to put one top, one bottom, one top, one bottom, which then comes out here back onto the same belt. One left, one right, one left, one right, creating from just half of a side of belt, one fully formed belt. Now that gets into another diagram, which this is kind of a combination of, and that's just this guy. Now if we go like this, you'll notice it turns, and then this is just how belts work. When we place one here, it automatically removes that turn because it can't turn both ways at the same time. It changes to a T, where you've got this junction coming in, dumping on either side of the belt and coming out as a multi-belt. In the next video, we'll get a little bit further into that, where we can combine materials on the same belt. Hope that was helpful. These other diagrams, they do an okay job, but there's flaws with those, and I'll let you figure out what those flaws are in balancing both sides of a belt. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave comments and let me know how I can improve.